Hello everyone, my name is Minh.
Hello everyone, my name is Dương.
And my name is Hưng.
We are students of class 8.2 from Hà Huy Tập Secondary School.
Today, we are going to tell you about one of the most beautiful cultural theaters of Ho Chi Minh City, the Independence Palace.
First, I would like to give you some general information about the Independence Palace. It located in 135 Nam Kỳ Khởi Nghĩa Street, Bến Nghé Ward, District 1, Ho Chi Minh City. The Independence Palace symbolized Vietnam's victories, peace, and national unification. This place had a magnificent design, hundreds of rooms equipped with a luxury furniture and decoration, an enormous courtyard.
As soon as visitors pass through the gate, they will see the green grass and the circular lakes run the length of the yard. There are lotus and water lilies in the lake. There are two green parks in front of and behind the Independence Palace. In the garden, there are the moat of 843 tanks and the moat 319 tanks, which crossed the gate of the Independence Palace in April 1975. Next, we are going to explore about the Independence Palace architecture. The palace was built on 12 hectare plots of land and include a large mansion of 18 meter wide. The palace is well known not only for its historical significance, but also for its unique architecture.
Move on to the next part, the history of Independence Palace. In 1868 to 1871, the Independence Palace, also known as Norodom Palace, was built by French as a residence of Governor General. Then the palace was taken over by Saigon government in 1954, represented by President Ngô Đình Diệm, as well as renamed the Independence Palace. After being demolished by bomb in 1962, it was replaced by a new building. Inaugurated in 1966, the new palace quickly became the major headquarters of Saigon government. The French were defeated at Điện Biên Phủ in May 1954 and forced to leave Vietnam. After that, the United States entered the fray to occupy the South. As a result, Vietnam was temporarily split into two regions: the North, led by the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, and the South, led by the newly proclaimed Republic of Vietnam, led by Ngô Đình Diệm and funded by America. Then Norodom Palace was renamed Independence Palace and became Ngô Đình Diệm Office and represented. A rebellious bombing in February 1962 irreparably damaged the palace, and as a result, Ngô Đình Diệm ordered that the new one be built. Construction began in 1962 according to the design of the Vietnamese architect Ngô Viết Thụ. But Ngô Đình Diệm didn't have a chance to see it because he and his brother were assassinated in 1963. Before the palace was completed in 1966, the new Independence Palace then served as Nguyễn Văn Thiệu Homes and Workplace from 1967 to 1975. At 10:45 a.m., 30 April 1975, two North Vietnamese Army tanks crashed down the gates of the Independence Palace, resulting in the Republic force in Vietnam, the end of the Vietnam War, and the reunification of the entire country.
Conference hall. Receptions for as many as 500 guests were held in this room, which was also used for the installation of each new cabinet. This is a state banqueting hall. State banquets with as many as 100 guests were held in this room. One of the most notable such events was the inauguration dinner of President Nguyễn Văn Thiệu and his Vice President Nguyễn Cao Kỳ.
This is the cabinet room. There's an oval table here. It isn't a coincidence, but also a psychology in interior design to show fairness and equality.
Here's the Vice President Reflection Salon. Here's the cinema. Here's the game room. Here's the library. Here's the First Lady reception room. This is the helicopter U-81. This is the souvenir shop.
This is the bunker. The maximum security shelter at the depth of 2.5 meters has a blast-wall capacity of resisting explosions of up to 2,000 kilograms. A staircase gave the president direct access to the shelter from his second-floor office. During the bombing of the palace on 8 April 1975, the president's whole family took refuge in the shelter. Communications. This was the palace main receiving station for court intelligence messages. This could also be used for national radio broadcasts in times of emergencies. It could accommodate 41 staff, including telegraphics, teleclerks, and mobile radio operators, whose task was to maintain contact with units in the fields as well as communication with overseas embassies and diplomatic missions.
Nowadays, it functions as a museum. Of course, tourists are allowed to visit most areas of the palace. After all, the Independence Palace has strongly stayed in the minds of many Vietnamese generations.
It is known as the popular and must-see historical relic in Ho Chi Minh City because of its history and its beauty. It is the perfect place for a visitor to get away from the heat in southern Vietnam, enjoy the fresh, cool air, and explore one of the most remarkable structures in Ho Chi Minh City. So you should spend time to see it at least one time when you visit Ho Chi Minh City.
Welcome to Ho Chi Minh City.